Hello everybody and welcome to How Not to Be Bored. Now if you're like me, there comes a point every year when you get very bored. What are you gonna do? Right, before we get started, a lot of the videos I've seen on How Not to Be Bored tend to more be, the one that I saw was by this weird channel called like Maybaby, whatever, and most of the How Not to Be Boards are actually for girls, sort of, as far as I've seen. It tends to be that they're sort of, you know, makeup channels and stuff, talking about how not to get bored this summer, you know, fun things you can do with makeup or whatever, and giving more specific examples to a less wide audience. Over here at Question Everything Inc. We accept everything. I'm sorry, that pun was really bad. I've tried to make this list as general as possible. So I've split it into two parts also. That's not to do with making it more general. But another thing I've tried to do is keep it away from technology, just because when you look at it, that is sort of something that, it's quite obvious, you know, stuff you can do to not be bored on technology. I love how, having just said that, the first thing on the list is video games. I will probably put some recommendations down in the description. I'm not going to talk much about this because, you know, you probably know what video games you like if you play video games. Next we have talk to friends. So if you can, talking to someone is quite nice, especially if that's someone who you're good friends with and have a lot of stuff to talk about. You can talk for 2 hours maybe. I've seen people talk for longer without getting bored at all, and also it means that you're interacting with people and not being an antisocial freak like most of the people on the internet are. Number 3, we have projects, and they can be anything. You know, they can be comics, a sort of, you know, model thing or something. They could be an animation. You know, whatever. They could be anything. A good one is to learn an instrument. Got my ukulele here. Well, hats off to you if you can know what that song is. Let me know down in the comments. I started learning ukulele about a year ago, and that is a really fun thing that you can spend a lot of time doing. Got no idea what I was saying. Right, what I was saying is instruments are great to learn. Obviously, please leave a list of projects that you have that you find interesting down in the comments below. A little note to that is stuff like gardening. Now, I don't really think that gardening's fun while you're doing it. I think gardening is more of a payoff thing, and that's what the second bit of the list is, really. But yes, so gardening is a little bit iffy for YouTube/video series. Why I say /video series is you don't necessarily have to upload it to YouTube. It can just be a fun way to pass the time. On my channel, I have my Pokemon series from when I was little that I made, and it's hard to explain, but I just made that for fun. I think it was my uncle and my brother suggested to me that I upload it to YouTube, so I made an account, I uploaded it to YouTube, and look what that's done over the past, like, 5 years or whatever. You know, it's, like, changed my life a lot. Well, not really changed my life, but just given me something that otherwise I'd be a lot more bored than I currently am, and obviously I wouldn't be doing this. 5 is read. If you can find a good book, you can read that thing for a long time, especially in some, I know it sounds weird, but especially if you're going on a summer holiday or something. For me, I find that if I'm away from technology for a while, reading becomes one of my favourite things to do, because I find that if I do have a good book, I can get myself just stuck in for quite a while. So this is part 2 now. We have number 1, makeover. Now I know I said to be specific, and this is specific to everyone. Now, it's by makeover, I don't just mean, you know, put on your foundation here and there, you know, try some new spot cream, pluck out all your eyebrows and draw them on. No, what I mean is, well, you can do that if you like. I mean, even if you're a guy, it's not, like, gender-specific at all to do makeup. But what I meant more is, especially if you're a guy, this can be quite fun, I think. And unless you have really short hair, there's not much you can do. And why this is more specific to guys than girls is because girls, there's a lot more stuff you can do. There's a lot more stuff you can do with your hair if you're a girl than a guy. But if you're a guy and you've got longish hair, I mean, look at my hair. But what I mean is, you know, you can style your hair and stuff with gel, and it's honestly not that hard and quite fun. And you can also, you know, try new outfits and stuff. I mean, I've got literal tons of shirts. I can guarantee you that I haven't even worn all of them yet, let alone tried them on with all other clothes, and it's fun to try stuff out and see how you look differently. And, you know, in the end, you might find a new style you have which you prefer. 2. Exercise. Doesn't sound very fun. Like I said though, this list is a lot more about sort of, this second part of the list is a lot more about ways to pass the time, and they may be quite fun, but it can be more about the payoff. And that makes a lot of sense with exercise, because obviously if you exercise right, you know, you'll find yourself having abs and stuff, which is very good, if you ask me. Also, I find that if I really get into it, exercise can be a great way to pass the time, especially since if you're doing steps and stuff and you're doing it at home, you can do it in front of the television if you want. You should go outside, but also if you go to a gym or something, you are then interacting with people, which is good. Number 3. Wash. Now I know there are some of you out there who think, oh, I don't need to wash, you know, I'm fine. But actually, what I mean is, A, take a bath, you stink, but also, B, it's nice. But, you know, it's a great way to pass the time, and it can be combined with a lot of the other stuff on this list, such as reading or talking to friends, because, you know, you can have a phone or something. Don't mess with electronics near a bath. Don't electrocute yourself. But, you know, it can be really nice. And also showers, they're very nice. Cold showers. Try them. Number 4, cooking. Cooking is sort of weird, because it didn't fit too much on anywhere on the list. I personally enjoy cooking a lot. That doesn't mean you will. But also, one con is that, you know, depending on what you make, there's a lot of cleanup. It's better if you clean up as you go along, because then at the end, you don't have nearly so much cleaning up to do, and it means that after cleaning up, you get to do more fun stuff, i.e. cooking. Now, also, a great thing about cooking that people forget when they're trying to use it to not be bored is that at the end, you have food. Hopefully tasty food, and that's good. 5. Sleep. This really is a way to pass the time, and it can give a bit of a payoff, because you can feel a lot more energized afterwards. Now, I know this doesn't work for everyone. Someone like me, when I'm up, I'm up. If I wake up, I can't get back to sleep. Unless I wake up at like 1 o'clock, then 3 o'clock, then 5 o'clock. If you do that, let me know. But, you know, sleeping is really nice and fun and stuff. Sleeping is nice. Or just, if you can't sleep, relax. Something I'm going to warn you about now is the internet. The thing you're using now. Specifically YouTube and stuff, but also Facebook and 9gag and Tumblr. They're designed so that you keep scrolling, keep watching. You know, it's the same as supermarkets. How supermarkets are designed to sell you stuff you didn't actually want, or make you want something that you don't need. But yes, what I mean is that a lot of the time when you do stuff like that on the internet, it does provide immediate satisfaction, but in the end, you just sort of pass the time, and you're really no more bored than when you started afterwards. Go outside. I don't even care. Go outside. Right after watching this video. But go outside. Go for a walk. You know, find a dog. Find a dog. Steal it. Take it for a walk. Or, you know, just go outside and enjoy yourself. Play football or whatever. Not American football. English football. Soccer. Better. Or rugby. Rugby is also good. But you can't do rugby so much by yourself. There's tons of stuff you can do. Go to your local park. Do something outside. I know that, you know, this won't always apply because it could be a very horrible day, but that's the same with all of these. Actually, that's the same with none of these. But like I'm saying, you know, it does apply to you. Right, now we have some honourable mentions. I said I had a special thing to talk about with games later, and this one is puzzle games. Why they're special is puzzle games, A, are good for you. You're using your brain, you're thinking, you're training, you're sort of. But obviously they're video games, which are not good. Spending time on technology, you know, it's kind of what this list is about. Ways to not be bored where you're not spending time on technology. But puzzle games, you spend a lot of time working on them. And with puzzle games, it tends to more be the satisfaction of completing that puzzle that you didn't think you could. I've got a recommendation here, if you do have to do video games or whatever. Pixel Dungeon. Great game. Mobile game. Play anywhere. Play anytime. Carry on playing it. It's fun. We've also got YouTube channels, if you think. Obviously me, and I'll leave a link to all their channels down in the description. One thing I'd like to say is that those sort of my tastes, and a lot of them are about gaming, and obviously they're online, so I wouldn't recommend, well, I would obviously recommend them, but I'm trying to get people to, you know, go outside and enjoy their summer. This sounds really stupid, but maths. Don't ask. If you're a widow like me, sometimes maths is fun, trying to work out stuff like, if an ice cream cost 10 pence, you know, how much do 2 ice creams cost? We've also got colouring. Like I said, it kind of fits in with projects because you've got comics and animations and stuff, but colouring by itself, whether it's colouring by numbers, just a colouring book, there are tons of adult colouring books, and let me tell you, you may think they're just for kids, but oh my gosh, if you find them, they are good. I am amazed at how people do them so well. And one last thing that I'd like to say that sort of didn't fit anywhere else on the list, because normally you'd combine it with something, is music. It can be fun alone, you know, sing and dance to it, you're exercising, you're enjoying yourself, it's fun, but you can also combine it with a lot of the other stuff on the list. Thank you ever so much for watching. If these are useful, make sure to like. If you have a friend who gets bored a lot, make sure to share this with them. If you have any of your own tips, comment them down below. If we get enough of good ones, I may make another one of these, and I'll make sure to credit you. Thank you ever so much for watching. But before I go quickly, I'd just like to say that I know a lot of you are probably putting off something. This video. There won't be an annotation to it on the screen because I can't be bothered with annotations. But I'm serious. It's about procrastination and how to stop procrastinating. So you should really watch it if you've got work to do. Or even if you don't. Watch it. I'll be waiting. Bye! Just like to say, to prove how much time and how much fun it is to make a video, whether you upload it to YouTube or not, I spent 20 minutes making that. Okay. It was fun.